Morning San Antonio starts right now.
A sinkhole opens up on San Antonio's southeast side. Up next, the areas you should avoid and when it's expected to be repaired.
Mass evacuations and search and rescue efforts underway in Maui, where several are dead and wildfires burning across the Hawaiian island. I'm ABC's Justin Finch in Washington with the president's response.
And it's been a hot week here in San Antonio, but this morning we are starting the day off at 80 degrees.
And a good morning to you. It's Thursday, August 10th.
Thanks for joining us. We hope you've had a good week so far. Some people going back to school and, some people not, but either way, dealing with the summer heat.
Bernie is back today. That's one of the big ones. Mike Osterhage, good morning.
Good morning, yeah, and it's getting, I hate to say it, it's getting hotter. We got up to 106 yesterday, of course, a new record high temperature. We are going to be up there again today. We've got our clear skies starting off right now. 81, about the same number-wise temperatures, but remember yesterday we almost had a little bit of a break in the humidity. We were down to right around 68 for the dew point. Well, that's back up to humidity that greets you when you step outside the door, and especially Canyon Lake, Bulverde, Randolph, Stinson, New Braunfels. When you get around 74, that's kind of fog up your glasses kind of humidity, as I like to put it. 87 is what it feels like Canyon Lake. 86 out there at the airport. 87 Castroville. Mold remains on the low side, and yes, another yellow day with energy conservation as far as CPS energy, and scan the QR code. You can find out more ways to kind of conserve. And boy, it's really hard to do. I mean, air conditioners are just working overtime these days. Excessive heat warnings remain in effect. Again, I think these graphics will continue to show them throughout the foreseeable future. Red flag warnings for most all of the area again today. Burn bans remain in effect because of just the tinder dry conditions. 92 at noon, 106 again today. And of course, we'll have the lower humidity in the afternoon. Winds pick up a little bit. That's why those red flag warnings. What about any rain, any changes in sight way down the road? We'll take a look ahead coming up in just a couple of minutes. Steph, Mark.
Thank you, Mike. New this morning, the City of San Antonio Public Works Department is reporting a sinkhole on the far southeast side. Right now, New Sulphur Springs Road is closed just east of Jasper Hollow. Public Works says the sinkhole was caused by the collapse of a storm pipe. Crews are on site, have been working all night to fix the damage with the goal of reopening the road by 5 p.m. tomorrow. There are no reported wrecks or injuries. If you have to travel through that area, signage in place to help to facilitate the detour, which will be routing eastbound traffic north on Loop 410, east on State Highway 87, and south on South Foster Road. People who live in the Blue Rock Springs neighborhood will be able to access their homes normally if traveling eastbound on New Silver Springs Road from Loop 410.
This morning, a 200-acre fire burning in Caldwell County, east of San Marcos, is now 100% contained. That's according to the Texas A&M Forest Service website, which has named it the Plum Hopper Fire. Firefighters say the thick brush caused some difficulty accessing the fires. However, no homes have been lost in this fire. Caldwell County emergency management officials say 3 helicopters, 2 fixed-wing aircraft, and 1 spotter aircraft were used to contain that fire. Crews are still on the scene to make sure it does not spread anymore. And students in Boerne ISD are next to head back to class. Their new school year starts today, so those starting class at the middle schools and high schools will come across security guards and hall monitors. The district says civilians have those positions. They're mostly former military members. However, all Boerne ISD schools will have a school resource officer from the Kendall County Sheriff's Office, Boerne Police, or Fair Oaks Ranch Police. You can find a full list of school district start dates on our website at KSAT.com.
And as the school year gets started for students, parents, and teachers across South Central Texas, we want them all to start off with a great mental outlook. Tonight, we'll be hosting a town hall called Nurturing Minds as We Go Back to School. KSAT's Myra Arthur will be joined by a panel of experts as they discuss questions and concerns that parents, teachers, and students have going into the new year. It will be live streamed on KSAT Plus and on KSAT's YouTube channel at 7 o'clock this evening. Well, at least this morning, at least 36 people have died at a fire in Hawaii. U.S. military helicopters are supporting search and rescue efforts on the Hawaiian island of Maui.
Mass evacuations are underway in the wake of wind-driven wildfires. And as ABC's Justin Finch reports, officials are urging residents and visitors to stay away.
Oh my gosh, look at the harbor.
Disturbing images out of Maui, where raging wildfires have scorched once lush landscapes. The National Weather Service releasing this satellite imagery capturing the wildfires in red. Devastation reported in Lahaina, former capital of the native Hawaiian kingdom and home to 18th century era buildings now believed destroyed. And a treasured 150-year-old banyan tree there potentially lost.
Hey, if anybody's still out here, it's time to go!
Amid the panic, stories of survival.
I was the last one off the dock when the firestorm came through the banyan tree and took everything with it. And I just ran out to the beach and I ran south and I just helped everybody I could along the way.
Several fires began flaring up Tuesday on the islands of Hawaii and Maui. Maui, a tourist hub and home for thousands of residents, now being evacuated as the losses become more clear.
There's hundreds of homes burned down to the ground. The entire area of Front Street, the whole historic area is gone, burned to the ground, the harbor.
KITV meteorologist Malika Dudley describing the moment she decided to evacuate with her family.
We got a call from our neighbor who said, "Get out of your house." And we looked out the window and there was a red glow outside of our window. The fire was right above our property.
Despite firefighters working around the clock, strong winds and dry conditions across Maui are keeping the fire risk high. In a statement, President Biden expressed condolences to those who have lost loved ones and announced federal assets are assisting Hawaii's fire response. Hawaii's governor also now seeking a presidential disaster declaration to support rebuilding and recovery. Justin Finch, ABC News, Washington.
More wildfires continue to burn across Texas. Austin Fire Department crews, Travis County Fire and Rescue, and Travis County Starflight responded to a 3-alarm brush fire in East Austin last night. 2 vacant structures were burned in the fire. So far, the fire's burned 100 acres and is mostly contained this morning. Austin Fire says the extensive cleanup will keep crews on site for several hours. Residents have been told to avoid the area.
Also in Austin, the police department there is investigating the cause of an explosion that happened in a parking garage of St. David's Medical Center that is near downtown last night. Fire crews say a car fire was the cause of that suspicious explosion. Police say no one was around when it happened and there were no injuries. A person connected to the vehicle has been detained for questioning. Investigators are now working to determine whether the explosion was intentional or accidental. The hospital closed the garage temporarily and no new patients are being accepted to the emergency room at this time. There was no damage to the hospital.
North Korean leader Kim Jong-un has fired his top general and ordered his military to step up war preparations. Kim made the announcements during a meeting of the Central Military Commission Wednesday. Kim also called for an increased weapons production and an expansion of war drills. North Korea has ramped up its military rhetoric this summer, prompting South Korea to be on high alert. South Korea is set to hold a nationwide civil defense drill on August 23rd. The 20-minute exercise will require most of the country's 51 million residents to practice evacuating to shelters or underground safe spaces. Right now it's 4:38, 80 degrees.
Looking for opinions about a product or a business? Well, a lot of us go straight to the reviews to help us decide, but you can't always believe what you read. Coming up next, what you need to know about fake online reviews.
Checking Trends Guide right now around town. Weather, we're going to talk weather in a moment, but 10 in Ackerman looks pretty good. We've got a few issues out there right now that we're keeping an eye on, and we'll talk to Stephen coming up at the top of the hour.
And we're preparing for another triple-digit day this afternoon, looking out there with live cam. 80 degrees for now for all the kiddos, students, and teachers getting ready for first day of school at Bernie ISD. Good luck, guys.
When it comes to buying products and services online, many use reviews to help them.
But do you ever wonder if those reviews are even real? 12 on your side's Marilyn Morris tells us how to spot a fake.
The reviews that I had relied on in selecting a medical provider were fake. After her bad experience, Kay Dean created Fake Review Watch, her own YouTube channel and website.
The public is being deceived, and it's a huge problem because consumer experiences aren't matching those reviews.
In fact, research from FakeSpot found that 42% of Amazon's reviews were not real. How can you know?
One major sign that something fishy might be going on is when you see a bunch of very positive reviews all posted on the same day. Fake reviews can be grouped together like this, so it's better to skip them.
Another red flag is when you see similar wording in several reviews. If different users say, "Wow, this product changed my life," that's fishy.
Anyone is allowed to leave reviews on Amazon, even if they didn't buy the product. So look for reviews that have the verified purchase tag. This means that the reviewer actually bought the product on Amazon.
You can also look at reviews from the same user. Just click on their profile, and if you see a pattern of 5 stars and similar language, those reviews might be fake or even paid. You can also check FakeSpot. It uses an algorithm to evaluate reviews. Just paste a product URL into their analyzer, and you be the judge. Marilyn Moritz, KSAT 12 News.
Okay, 443, 80 degrees.
Up next, a first look at the new video of the moment a Las Vegas SWAT team descended on a home in relation to the unsolved murder of Tupac Shakur. Welcome back. It is 4:46. Las Vegas police have released body camera video from the recent raid on a home that may be connected to the unsolved murder of Tupac Shakur. ABC's Kana Whitworth has the details in today's GMA First Look.
In this morning's GMA First Look, exclusive new video of the moment a Las Vegas SWAT team descended on a home in relation to the unsolved murder of Tupac Shakur.
The Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department. We have a search warrant for the resident. You need to come out with your hands up and your hands empty.
Just last month, around 10 p.m., Las Vegas police raided the home of Dwayne Davis, known as Keefe D, in the nearby city of Henderson, just miles away from where the 25-year-old was gunned down during a drive-by shooting in 1996. According to the search warrant obtained by ABC News, police seized multiple items they believe could tie Davis to the murder.
Who shot Tupac?
The keeper for the code of the streets. It just came from the backseat for him.
And coming up at 7 a.m., we'll have more of these new details and what's next for the search for Tupac's killer. With your GMA First Look, I'm Kana Whitworth, ABC News, Los Angeles.
A quick check of your roads here with TransGuide, looking at I-10 at Ackerman, where things are moving right now.
We do have some construction, though, that's blocked a couple lanes. 35 south at Kinney Road. That's one of the areas I hinted at that we were watching early this morning.
Yes.
106 again.
Ooh.
It's the hottest we've hit this summer, and we did it again, and we're going to be doing it again the next couple of days.
Well, at least she's pretty consistent, isn't she?
Yeah, and I mean, yeah, this is just, it's, I keep saying I wish I had better news, better things to talk about, but this will continue on, and other than minor little fluctuations here and there, there's no end in sight to this. Last night, a lot of folks shot a very cool sunset, very interesting picture. Kind of belies the day's heat. Yes, indeed, it does. Thank you very much for the KSAT Connect shot right there. So we've got our clear skies this morning, and if you look out there, you can see that waning crescent moon, and that's going to help out with viewing the Perseid meteor shower. It's going to be coming up in the next couple of days. I'm going to show you some graphics on that a little bit later on this morning. We'll have some of our morning clouds again. All right, yesterday, 105. So 11 days so far that we have hit 105 or higher, way above everything else. Yeah, it has been definitely a brutally hot few days around here, brutally hot summer, and like I said, there's no end in sight. 81 is what it feels like right now, or is the actual air temperature right now, and we are going to dip down into the upper 70s this morning, as we have the past couple of mornings. Some clouds around there, they clear out. We make it up to 92 at noon, and then there's still some humidity out there, and so all of a sudden, it's kind of like when the humidity drops off, it just lets those temperatures just almost explode, and that's why, excuse me, we're going to be gaining 14 degrees between noon and later on in the afternoon because that dry air heats up so easily. So that's just kind of a good example of just how hot things things are. As soon as that humidity drops off, again, that allows those temperatures to kind of skyrocket. Nothing showing up on the satellite picture as of right now. And once again, everything is just up to the north of us, kind of moving along in a west to east pattern, and got some pretty nasty storms here in portions of the Tennessee Valley and heading over toward the eastern seaboard. So it almost looks like they're in store for a repeat of what happened a couple of days ago around there. And for us, we just cannot buy anything that looks like rain around here. So again, the excessive heat is going to continue. The very, very high fire danger is going to continue. 106 today, tomorrow, 105s through the weekend. So still just a brutally hot weekend. And yeah, we lose a couple of notches here and there going into next week, but still, I mean, it's still going to be very hot. We're going to be close to records each and every day. Not a drop of rain in sight.
You imagine people walking off the plane in San Antonio for the first time and they get on that jetway and they're like, oh, that's what they were talking about.
Yes.
Yeah.
Especially in the afternoon.
Yes.
Yeah. And at least in the afternoon, keep saying there's the slightly lower humidity, a little more tolerable if you're in the shade. But oh my gosh, you'll step outside and it's just like,
Direct
that
sunlight.
sun is,
Yes. Very hot.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Mike.
About 10 till 80 degrees.
Up next, a first look at new episodes of some popular series debuting on streaming this week.
Here are your lottery numbers. Pick 3, 5 through 9, Fireball 7. Daily 4 numbers 0, 2, 5, 1, Fireball 5.
Cash 5, 6, 12, 18, 24, 25. Lotto Texas 6, 15, 31, 35, 36, 38. And your Powerball numbers 10, 15, 21, 67, 69, Powerball 3, Powerplay 2. Good luck.
4:53, a famous musician remembered by Hollywood. Plus, several shows are debuting new episodes on streaming this week.
For the latest what's happening in Hollywood, here's ABC's Jason Nathanson.
Robbie Robertson, lead guitar player and songwriter for the highly influential 60s and 70s rock group The Band, died Wednesday. We're told he died in Los Angeles after a long illness, surrounded by family and friends. Robertson's longtime friend and collaborator Martin Scorsese says in a statement that Robertson was a giant. His effect on the art form was profound and lasting. Robertson worked on the music for Scorsese films from Raging Bull to the upcoming Killers of the Flower Moon. Robbie Robertson was 80. With the writer's strike hitting the 100-day mark milestone and no deal in sight and actors on strike as well, there's not a lot of hope in Hollywood that we'll see the Emmys anytime soon. John Hoffman co-created Only Murders in the Building, which is up for 11 Emmys this year, telling me he'd love to see his cast and crew honored.
I'm hoping there's an Emmys. It would be lovely to go and celebrate all of the incredible work. But from what I understand, it might be after the first of the year.
The new season of Only Murders in the Building debuted its first 2 episodes on Hulu Tuesday.
You ever prosecute a company as big as Purdue Pharma?
New today on Netflix, the limited series Painkiller dives deep into the origins of the U.S. opioid crisis, OxyContin, Purdue Pharma, and the Sackler family. The ensemble cast includes Uzo Aduba and Matthew Broderick, all 6 episodes out now. And cosmetics mogul and reality TV star Kylie Jenner is 26 today. And that's what's happening in Hollywood. I'm Jason Nathanson, ABC News, Los Angeles.
5 till 5, 80 degrees.
If you need help dealing with the heat, Project Cool is ready to help. We have all this information on our website at KSAT.com. You can scan the QR code on your screen right now. The United Way is teaming up with Bexar County to offer box fans to residents 60 and older. They are available at no cost. Those eligible can call 211 to request a fan. Again, all of that information on our website, KSAT.com.
Top stories this morning. The FBI said its agents shot and killed a Utah man during a raid that targeted the man for supposedly making threats against President Joe Biden. Up next, why federal agents deemed the threats against the president as credible.
And it's budget day for the city of San Antonio. Up next, why and when you will soon be seeing more police officers and ATS officers, but also more fees for trash.
And ahead on GMSA, 3 murder cases going on in Bexar County courtrooms at the same time. The punishments each defendant is facing as trials continue this week.
And a quick check of the roads with TransGuide, looking now at Loop 410 and New Braunfels Avenue. Some construction in some areas, but here things are moving at Loop 410 at Old Pearsall Road. Stephen Cavazos is in the studio. We're going to check with him after the break.
Live from KSAT 12. Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
The FBI takes down a man who they say made credible threats against President Biden. Up next, what the suspect was saying online that prompted the FBI to take action.
If you are visiting San Antonio this week, we feel for you. Although it's 80 degrees right now, the temperatures will again jump astronomically later on today. Incredible heat continues. Good morning, everybody. It is Thursday, August 10th.
We made it to Thursday.
We did.
Thanks for joining us. And you're right. People visiting, stepping off the plane, going into the parking lot, especially, during the afternoon hours. I can't even imagine what they think of our city.
What was it? I think roughly 8 o'clock at night the other night. Justin Horn posted it was still 100 degrees.
Triple digits. Mm-hmm.
It takes that long for things to then cool down. I mean, we're still, in the low 80s. We're going to be gaining 25 degrees basically from this point. By the way, thank you. Astronomical is one adjective I haven't used yet in talking about this extreme astronomically high temperatures. It's going to be another just brutal one again today. That's I think one of the better ways to describe it too. 80 right now. The normal low is 76, so we're not going to be hitting that. We've got a little bit more humidity just compared to yesterday. That bottom number, dew points at 73, so that makes it feel like it's 84 when you step outside right now. Yeah, 106 again today. Another record, and yesterday we set another record. Now, as far as the aquifer, it went down 1/2 foot in yesterday's reading. Of course, mold remains on the low side, so none of these things, change at all. We still have the excessive heat warnings in effect all around the area, the heat advisories. We have heat index readings right now. They're in the mid and upper 80s in parts of the area. Red flag warnings remain in effect. And again, these graphics, you see them every morning. I'm going to keep showing them just to emphasize this. Fire danger is extremely high around here. And of course, the outdoor burn bans all around the area. This morning, we'll drop down maybe another notch or two down to 79 degrees. A couple of clouds will pop up like they have the past few mornings, and then plenty of sunshine later on today. We make it up to 106. Again, the normal high temperature, we're in the hottest period of the year. Historically, normal high is 97, so we're almost 10 degrees above normal right now, and that breeze will pick up later on in the afternoon as the humidity drops down. Brutally hot. Is there anything? We'll take a look down the road to see if there's any sort of a change coming about. Details in just a couple of minutes. Traffic Authority, Mr. Cavazos, good morning, sir. Any problems out there?
Well, Mike, we want viewers to be on the lookout for a few different things. Aside from construction, we do have that sinkhole that was actually formed overnight. Take a look at some of the video. I know we've been showing this to you throughout the morning. Now, this came in again last night, and according to the San Antonio Public Works Department, right now we do know the area of New Sulphur Springs Road is closed. This is east of Jasper Hollow. This sinkhole was apparently reformed due to a collapsed storm pipe, and you can see the damage that it's done to the road there, which has obviously made it difficult for folks to navigate. Right now, the city does still have those closures in place. As we take a look at the scene, we want to make sure that you get to your location on time and safely. So let's bring you back here to the map. You take that shot in here, we find that there is a closure there. Again, if you are heading east of New Sulphur Springs Road near Jasper Hollow. So here's a quick detour. You may see these in place from the city. If you are trying to head eastbound on New Sulphur's Road, you're going to see those detours to head northbound on Loop 410. I've outlined that for you in blue. You'll continue northbound on Loop 410, and you can head east on US 87. You'll continue to head eastbound on US 87 until you hit South Foster Road. Then you'll head southbound. You can actually head to the area right there if you're trying to get into the neighborhood that's close by where we have that closure. Residents there shouldn't have any trouble if you are trying to get home, but just be on the lookout because those closures are still in place. But as we get one last look here at TransGuide, you still see that some of the roads are wide open. However, there are plenty of construction spots to be on the lookout for. I'll have more updates for you coming up in the next few minutes. Mark.
Thank you, Stephen. Get ready for more police officers and animal care services officers, but also higher trash fees. It is budget day for the city of San Antonio.
City staff are scheduled to unveil the $3.7 billion budget proposal at this morning's city council meeting. And as City Hall reporter Garrett Berringer got a preview and brings us the highlights this morning.
I'll be waiting to get a hold of the actual budget itself, but we did get a media briefing from top city officials yesterday to go over some of the broad strokes. The city plans to add 105 police officers, the biggest such increase since at least the year 2000. It's part of a plan to add hundreds of cops over the next 3 to 5 years. Staff also want to boost the animal care services budget by 26%, including new officers, a vet team, and adoption staff. Homeless outreach and encampments were a big issue in the city's recent budget survey, so the budget proposal includes money to clean up 700 encampments, compared to the 500 they're scheduled to do this year. The city manager says they have more options for housing people now. The budget may be growing, but the city still plans to slightly lower its property tax rate. And the city council has already doubled the tax break for homeowners, known as the homestead exemption. However, you can expect to pay more on your trash bill. A long expected hike will be coming after the city says cost increases have outpaced what it takes in for trash. We'll keep you updated online with the latest details once we get a better look at the full budget. You can find this story on KSAT.com. While you're there, we also have more information on how you can let the city know about your thoughts on the budget. I'm Garrett Berger, KSAT 12 News.
And many of our kiddos are making their way back to class, including Bernie ISD. That starts today. So that means some of them will be walking home at the hottest part of the day. So pediatricians say temperatures above 98 degrees can put children at a higher risk of cramps, heat stroke, and heat exhaustion. This is why you should remind your child to drink water throughout the day. It's especially important for them to have a full bottle of water before walking home.
Find a nice water bottle that child likes and is excited about filling up. And then that way they can have it filled during the day.
And for student athletes and marching band members who are practicing outside, it's even more important to drink water. Experts recommend 2 cups every 20 minutes.
A San Antonio nonprofit says food deliveries to the homeless nearly stopped after someone vandalized their food van. The van belongs to Corazon Ministries and it's parked at the Travis Park Church parking lot downtown. Church discovered the window had been broken and the inside vandalized. A few days earlier, a police report shows someone had slashed all 4 tires to a vehicle that belonged to a staff member. Nonprofit leaders say they're finding other ways to make food deliveries.
Let's take care of each other and let's try to ensure that these type of incidents don't happen to other nonprofits or other businesses in the community.
Anyone who would like to help can head to KSAT.com for a link. Now to the deadly shooting involving the FBI and a man accused of plotting to harm President Joe Biden.
We are learning more about the moments leading up to the violent confrontation in Utah. As ABC's Andrew Dimbert reports, the Associated Press says the suspect was armed when he was shot.
This morning, President Biden is safely in Utah for an event today on health benefits for veterans. But just hours before his arrival, the FBI says a Provo man was fatally shot as agents tried to arrest him for threatening to assassinate Biden. Authorities say 75-year-old Craig Robertson had made credible threats, posting to social media, quote, "I hear Biden is coming to Utah, digging out my old ghillie suit and cleaning the dust off the M24 sniper rifle. Welcome, buffoon-in-chief." A federal complaint reveals dozens of Robertson's posts, including pictures of an arsenal of weapons, images of Robertson dressed in camouflage armed with a rifle, and multiple references to killing the president. The FBI says its investigation also uncovered threats against other Democrats and against law enforcement officials overseeing court cases against former President Trump. After a months-long investigation, the FBI moved in yesterday.
The tipping point to me was President Biden was coming. He was going to be in close proximity, and this individual looked like he was on a planning path to carry out the attack.
Andrew Dimbert, ABC News, New York.
508, 79 degrees.
Cadillac is showing off its new electric Escalade. Up next, how far it can go on the charge and how much it will cost you.
3 murder cases now on the docket for Bexar County. Up next, the punishment each defendant faces as trials continue this week.
And looking out there with live cam, what can we tell you? Prepare for the heat once again, but for now we're at 79 degrees.
3 more murder trials are now underway here in Bexar County.
Erica Hernandez gives us a look at each case.
A domestic violence case is front and center in the 399th District Court. James Stewart on trial for the murder of his wife, 25-year-old Tiffany Washington, back in April 2020. According to testimony, Washington and Stewart were arguing over cell phones when she grabbed a knife and he grabbed a shotgun. As the argument intensified, Stewart told police the gun accidentally went off. While the trial began Monday, the state was still presenting evidence today, but closing arguments are expected Thursday. In the 186th District Court, Giovanni Benjamin is accused of fatally shooting 49-year-old Frederick Bueller outside an apartment complex on the south side in September 2020. According to police, Bueller looked around a corner of a building as people began arguing when Benjamin allegedly opened fire, killing him and injuring a second man sleeping in his apartment. The state is still presenting evidence in this case. And finally, in the 227th District Court, the Christopher Bustos trial began. Bustos accused of fatally shooting his ex-girlfriend's friend, 36-year-old Gumicendo Gonzalez Jr., also known as JR, in October 2019. While the defense chose not to give opening statements, the state laid out their case.
The defendant says to JR, "Where's my wife?" She's not his wife, by the way. JR says, "Who's your wife?" And this defendant starts shooting.
JR was shot several times in the chest and later died from his injuries. In all three cases, the defendants are facing 5 to 99 years or life in prison if they are found guilty. Now, these cases are expected to go on through the rest of the week. At the Kennedy Reeves Justice Center, Erica Hernandez, KSAT 12 News.
Time now, it's 5:13 and 79 degrees for now.
Slack is rolling out its biggest redesign ever. We'll show you the changes that should make things a little easier.
Plus, how TikTok is making it easier for creators to disclose AI-generated content.
This isn't Charmin. No wonder I don't feel as clean.
Hurry up, Dad. You've been in there forever.
I'm trying. This cheap stuff is too thin.
I told you not to get the other toilet paper. Here's Charmin Ultra Strong.
Ah, my bottom's been saved.
With its diamond weave texture, Charmin Ultra Strong cleans better with fewer sheets and less effort.
What's everybody waiting for? This?
Okay, hon. We know you're clean. We all go. Why not enjoy the go with Charmin?
Do you struggle with occasional nerve aches in your hands or feet? Try Nervive Nerve Relief from the world's #1 nerve care company. Nervive contains ALA to relieve nerve aches and B-complex vitamins to fortify healthy nerves. Try Nervive and try Nervive Pain Relieving Roll-On.
NFL Plus brings you the NFL preseason. Incredible! Rookie debuts and a first look at every team.
Caught by Kelsey! Touchdown!
Never miss a play with NFL Plus. Sign up today.
TikTok is adding a new label for creators to disclose whether their posts contain AI-generated content. ABC's Andrea Fujii has details in today's Tech Bites.
In today's Tech Bites, TikTok helping disclose AI-generated content. A new feature on its More Options menu allows users to label that content before uploading videos. And TikTok says failure to disclose all AI-generated content could mean removal of that content. The biggest redesign ever is coming to Slack. What started as an instant messaging program has grown to include a slew of team chat features. Now, Slack is changing the look and layout, making it easier to manage and find what users are looking for. Cadillac is out with a sneak peek of its first ever all-electric Escalade set to come out in 2025. The Escalade IQ will have a range of 450 miles per charge and will be able to reach 60 miles an hour in less than 5 seconds. Starting price, a mere $130,000. Those are your Tech Bites. Have a great day.
Just about 5:18. Good morning, family.
Good morning.
How's everybody doing?
Yeah, I'm pretty tired. It's hot. Yeah, we were out shooting something yesterday right around between 11 to 1. Oh my gosh.
Really drains the batteries.
Yeah, right at the Hayes Street Bridge, and you feel a little tired the next day.
Well, and that's the point of the day when you still got a lot of humidity around here.
Yeah.
So it's even though temperatures aren't up in the 100 yet, it's getting upper 90s, and so you got all that heat index to deal with.
I took a cold shower when I got home.
Yeah.
So, but thankfully things are cool on the roads from what we're seeing here from TransGuide. A quick look around town doesn't show any trouble spots, but remember we still have that sinkhole that actually formed last night at New Sulphur Springs and Jasper Hollow, pardon me. Let's go ahead and take a look at that video from overnight, and you can see that the barricades are still up at this time. We do have crews out there working to make the repairs. They anticipate this will be wrapped up by Friday afternoon around 5. Now, this formed due to a collapse of a storm drainage pipe through the area, and you can see again that has definitely caused some issues out there for anybody that has to navigate. But as we bring you back here to the map, that is again at New Sulphur Sulphur Springs and Jasper Hollow Road. So we do know that there's a community right there. According to the San Antonio Public Works Department, folks that live in the area should still be able to access their homes by just following the detour signs. We'll have more on that throughout the morning, but as we give you a wide look at the map, thankfully it's been pretty quiet. Looks like a crash may have popped up there at 35 at 410 at that interchange. I'll find out how that impacts your commute, but as a quick reminder, we're getting closer to the weekend and we will see this full closure at I-10 over on the east side of San Antonio. Now this work does begin overnight, 8 in the evening, and should wrap at 5 in the morning. This does take us to Monday, August 14th. And remember, this is the I-10 and Loop 410 interchange, and in the meantime, the eastbound and westbound traffic will be diverted to the frontage road. But you can scan the QR code that takes you directly to our traffic page. We have all the latest about what's happening on the roadways. Always good to know before you have to go, but I anticipate crews will be out there at that sinkhole making repairs, probably in the heat of today, Mike. Gotta make sure you hydrate.
Oh, yes, indeed. All right. Thank you very much, sir. Great shot of Woodlawn Lake at sunset. And like he explains, don't let the choppy waters fool you. The breeze felt like just a heater on top of the 100-degree temperatures. And yeah, it's like a hairdryer, basically, when you have these hot temperatures and you're outside and that breeze doesn't do you much good. Now, inside, yes, having ceiling fans going, that's a little bit better because it's not as hot inside as it is outside. We've got our clear skies right now. Nice shot over there at 410 at I-10. 44 days that we have been in triple digits so far this year, so still in fourth place, but we are definitely going to continue to add to that and make it up into the 50s through this forecast period and then even beyond that. So we're probably going to be rivaling those top three before the month is out around here, which is not necessarily a good thing to good record to be in the top three on that. 80 here in town, 81 Castroville, and 80 up the road Canyon Lake. We'll drop down maybe another degree or two. We'll have those morning clouds developing around here, and then we warm up very quickly. 92 at noon. So we still have some of this humidity around here. So yeah, it's really, you get the heat index going early on in the afternoon. Then the humidity drops down and then temperatures tend to skyrocket. So we go from 92 all the way up to 106, gaining 14 degrees over the course of just about 4 hours or so. So that's why when I was talking about how dry air heats up a lot more easily once the air starts to dry out. It doesn't take as much energy to heat up the drier air as it does the moisture, which is why those temperatures do skyrocket. All right, I apologize for showing this graph because it's 48 right now in International Falls, but look at the difference here. Big front, 20-degree drop there, and it is 40 degrees lower than what it is in Dallas as of right now. 50 cooler than Phoenix. Phoenix is still at 98 degrees. Mark's over there just squinting at that. Yeah, that's the actual air temperature right now in Phoenix.
How dare you, sir?
I know, but look at these hot temperatures down here. Don't look up top there. So
yeah, that's cold up north, though. I mean, a lot of folks early taste of fall, right?
Oh yes, and that's we start to get those little fronts moving through the northern tier of the United States, and you kind of hope for one or two of them to sneak down here, which usually doesn't happen this early in the season, but. The hope being that big trough that's going to develop around the Great Lakes in the next few days would do something for us, but it's not going to. I mean, yeah, we drop down a few degrees, we'll take anything, but still triple-digit temperatures, and even going in through then the following week.
Yeah, we recently had a thing on the 9 a.m. newscast. What state would you like to retire? And I said Maine wouldn't be bad. It's 63 degrees in Portland, Maine this morning. The high today is going to be like 80.
It's not bad.
People are like, go ahead, go then. Then go.
That sounds like a great vacation place.
Oh, it's a beautiful spot, that's for sure. 523, 79 degrees.
Up next, why Barbie is being banned in some countries. Plus, a first look at a new documentary that shows what makes Stephen King books such popular films and TV shows.
Here's a question. What do Barbie and Stephen King have in common?
Well, they're both in our latest Hollywood Minute. Here's CNN's David Daniel.
What do I have to do? You have to go to the real world.
Some parts of the real world are less excited about Barbie. Kuwait has banned the blockbuster, and Lebanon appears ready to do the same, though the fantasy comedy is set for release in the two biggest Middle East markets, Saudi Arabia and the United Arab Emirates. So far, Barbie has racked up more than $1 billion at the worldwide box office.
When I think of my favorite Stephen King movies, I think of Stand By Me and The Shawshank Redemption.
I remember being shocked that someone who I associated so much with horror was capable of creating something so beautiful.
Stephen King books have been adapted for more than 80 movies and TV shows since Brian De Palma directed Carrie in 1976. Many of those directors ponder what makes the author's work so attractive to filmmakers and viewers in the documentary King on Screen, which opens in theaters Friday and lands on Blu-ray and video on demand September 8th. In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
527, 79 degrees.
Despite 11 interest rate hikes since March of 2022, the Federal Reserve may announce yet another one in the not too distant future. Up next, why President Biden says the U.S. economy is doing just fine, though.
Prices for yet another streaming service are going up again. Just ahead, when and how much you'll have to pay more for keeping Disney Plus.
And ahead on GMSA at 6, it's been 1 year since the PACT Act was passed. How it's been helping veterans exposed to toxic substances overseas.
This morning, President Joe Biden feeling good about the U.S. economy.
The economy has grown since I took office. It grew faster in the last quarter than anyone expected.
Up next, why some lawmakers say it's not all fireworks and Ferris wheels for everyone in Washington.
And looking out there with a live cam, starting off warm, even though it's just 79 degrees, you'll kind of feel that if you're stepping outside from the AC.
Good morning, everybody. It is Thursday. It is August 10th as the work week grinds along. The heat doesn't help.
No, it doesn't. Happy Thursday. Thanks for joining us. So I guess when I woke up this morning, I was like, oh my gosh, it's so cold, because I guess my husband turned down the AC, so I was freezing, but I didn't want to move it and, disturb the sleep, of my husband and my daughter. So I left it.
And then you go from AC outside.
Yes. I was
glasses fog up.
Wow, what a difference.
Yeah, and then when you go from outside inside of the AC, it's like all that moisture's kind of on your clothes and everything, and it's like, all of a sudden it's
a weird time.
Yeah, it's that cycle that we go through. At least the humidity does drop down somewhat in the afternoon, late in the afternoon. But again, been saying this week that's got kind of a double-edged sword, because yes, it's more comfortable, but that's when the fire danger gets very, very high around here. All right, we are at 80 at the airport, dew point 74, so that's actually gone up a little bit. Yeah, it's that fog up your glasses kind of humidity. Wind out of the south to southeast, about 10 to 15 miles per hour. Heat index 85 at the airport, Canyon Lake, 86 Castroville right now, and it still feels like 88 degrees there in Gonzales. Mold is on the low side, and we do have the heat advisories, excessive heat warnings in effect through this evening, goes into effect right around noon. Of course, the red flag warnings, very high fire danger. The burn bans remain in effect all around the area. And warm, humid this morning. Then later on today, 106, just like yesterday. The record today is 105. We hit a record yesterday. We're going to hit a record today. We did it a couple of days ago as well. And we are going to be staying brutally hot through the weekend. Now, a degree or two down, been still talking about that next week, but still no big changes other than a couple of degrees and not a drop of rain in sight. Details coming up in just a couple of minutes. Traffic Authority, Stephen, big problems out there still?
Yeah, actually, this just popped up here from our friends over at TransGuide. 35 at Eisenhower. We have a crash that was reported causing some issues in the southbound lanes. And as you can see, we at least have 2 of those vehicles involved. Looks like maybe 3, actually, now that we get a closer look. One of them doesn't appear to have the hazard lights on, but there are people walking through this area. I do see some road flares out there as well, and looks like more are being placed as first responders are arriving to the scene. Tough to tell if there are paramedics out there, but let's hope for no injuries. But this is causing a little bit of a slowdown here in the southbound lanes of I-35 as you approach Eisenhower Road. Be on the lookout for those first responders. And as always, let's hope everyone's doing okay. Now, don't forget, we still have this sinkhole that's been reported over here on the southeast side. According to the Public Works Department here for the city of San Antonio, this is right there at New Sulphur Springs near Jasper Hollow. We're keeping a very close eye on this, but according to the city, we do expect to see the roads reopen there by 5 p.m. tomorrow. But for folks that live in the area, they shouldn't have any trouble navigating. Just make sure to watch for those detour signs. Giving you a wide look now at the map, you can still see that there is plenty of that construction to look forward to, but none of it is slowing folks down. Quick look here at these travel times. I-10 westbound, if you are heading in from Seguin, it's still in the green. 33 minutes at this hour. 33 along 87 northbound if you are heading in from Lavernia. And it's about a 28-minute drive time for our friends down in Floresville. Let's get one last look here at the scene that's developing at 35 at Eisenhower. Again, those southbound lanes seem to be seeing some impact with traffic, but we'll keep a close eye on it, and let's hope for a better update in the next few minutes. Steph.
Thank you, Stephen. New this morning, a northeast side apartment complex is right in the middle of a crime scene. The site of a shooting a little more than an hour ago. San Antonio police are questioning the man who they believe pulled the trigger. Our Katrina Weber is live at that complex near Loop 1604 and O'Connor Road. And Katrina, what's the latest so far?
Well, police are questioning the man who they believe did the shooting, someone who lives here at the Roots at O'Connor Apartments. This shooting happened a little bit before 4 o'clock, but this crime scene is still pretty active. Police are investigating this possibly as the result of a car burglary interrupted. The man who they say did the shooting told them that he saw a man outside acting suspiciously, possibly trying to break into cars and to steal his car. He says he came downstairs with his girlfriend, confronted that man. They got into words, and he says that suspected burglar then asked for his car keys, told him to hand over his car keys. Well, the man who lives here says he went back upstairs. He saw the suspect holding his girlfriend at gunpoint, and he says he fired shots from his balcony, hitting that man who he says was attempting to break into cars. Police are questioning him, trying to see if they can corroborate his story with some surveillance video. The man who was shot was taken to a hospital. Police say his wounds did not appear to be life-threatening. And they are also, again, looking for a video to see if it backs up his story. They say they did find evidence here that some cars in this parking lot had been tampered with, but they say as for the man's car, there was no sign of any damage on that. So they do have some questions for him and questions that they hope they can answer with their investigation. Reporting live on the northeast side, Katrina Weber, KSAT 12 News.
Thank you, Katrina. Students at Bernie are headed back to class. Their new school year starts today. Those starting class at middle schools and high schools will come across security guards and hall monitors. Bernie ISD says civilians have those positions. They're mostly former military members. However, all Bernie ISD schools will have a school resource officer from the Kendall County Sheriff's Office, Bernie Police, or Fair Oaks Ranch Police Departments. You can find a full list of school district start dates on our website at ksat.com.
And as the school year gets started for students, parents, and teachers across South Central Texas, we want them all to start off with a great mental outlook. Later today, we will be hosting a town hall called Nurturing Minds as we go back to school. KSAT's Myra Arthur will be joined by a panel of experts as they discuss questions and concerns that parents, teachers, and students have going into the new year. It'll be live streamed on KSAT Plus and on KSAT's YouTube channel at 7 p.m. That's later this evening.
The Consumer Price Index report comes out this morning, and some analysts expect to show inflation rose slightly in July.
Findings will likely play a role in the Federal Reserve's upcoming decision on interest rates. And as CNN's John Lawrence reports, it could also be a factor to U.S. budgets.
President Joe Biden is feeling confident about the U.S.'s financial future.
Our plan is working. It's working. The economy has grown since I took office. It grew faster in the last quarter than anyone expected.
According to the White House, the president's namesake policy, Bidenomics, has created more than 13 million new jobs and in June set record lows for unemployment rates in dozens of metro areas.
When the middle class does well, everybody does well. The poor are way up and the rich are able to be very rich. Just make sure they pay a little more of their taxes.
But despite the president's optimism, it's not all fireworks and Ferris wheels for everyone in Washington, D.C.
We're stuck with 40-year inflation. The chairman of the Fed is not convinced that this is over.
In other words, it's too soon to declare victory over the war against inflation. And despite 11 interest rate hikes since March of 2022, the Federal Reserve may announce another one in the not-too-distant future.
They've essentially been raising interest rates every 20 minutes for the last year and a half. And when interest rates rise, the debt that people hold gets more and more expensive.
Which may lead some Americans to keep a tighter grip on their money. I'm John Lawrence reporting.
538, 79 degrees.
Up next, why your morning glass of orange juice may be getting a little more expensive very soon.
Get ready to pay even more for your Disney Plus subscription. Up next, we'll tell you how much more you'll have to pay and when.
And we'd like to pay for this weather to get better, but it's not going to work. For now, we're at 79 degrees, and we are kind of working to, I guess, deal with the heat later this afternoon. We'll be right back. And welcome back. It's 5:42 in your morning consumer headlines. Watching your favorite Disney, Star Wars, and Marvel content is going to cost more soon. Disney is planning to significantly raise prices on its Disney Plus streaming service. Starting October 12th, the monthly cost for the ad-free version of Disney Plus will go from $10.99 to $13.99. An announcement came as Disney also reported revenue struggles in its third quarter. Disney Plus has lost subscribers in the U.S. and Canada, and it remains unprofitable. Subscription rates for Hulu, which Disney owns the majority of, are also increasing by $3 per month.
The price of your morning glass of OJ is going up. Analysts say orange juice futures are hitting record highs because of bad weather, a citrus disease, and short supply. Prices usually hover around $1.80 a pound, but futures soar to $3 a pound. Most orange juice comes from Florida, but last year's hurricanes, along with a late freeze, took out a large amount of crops. A disease called citrus greening is also wiping out orange trees. USDA predicted a decline in production of about 51% this year.
Time now is 5:43 and 79 degrees for now.
The San Antonio Humane Society is up next to talk about this pup that needs a nice new home.
Well, this little baby, oh my goodness gracious, look at the little,
look at her, little scruffy. Her
almost
coat
forgot
is so
to introduce
cute.
Kim to San Antonio Humane Society. Who's this little baby?
So this is Paris. Last week we had her sister Nicole on, and so this is sweet little Paris. She is a little bit of a Chihuahua mix, a little bit of long-haired Chihuahua.
Maybe a little terrier.
Yeah, a little bit of a
Just looking
terrier
at the
because you
muzzle
can kind of
and-
see the face and the ears and things like that.
And they're both still
so.
very young and still
Yes.
kind of going through that like 2-3 month sort of fear period because looking, they're just like, oh my, what's going on here?
They're like, what's happening here? But they will need still a lot of chew toys, a lot of things around the house because they'll grow out of this and then they'll become little, teenagers or 2-3-year-old.
Well, I mean, they'll be puppies. They are puppies.
Exactly,
so,
they're puppies.
Yeah, this
so.
isn't going to be what you. Yeah, this is what you're going to be taking home there. So anyway, what you got going on?
So on August 12th, we have a volunteer orientation. So if you're interested in volunteering, we have quite a few slots opened for our August orientation taking place. And volunteering from dog walking to even inside the office. So you can do paperwork, answer phones. You can help us with our development and PR team, take photos of the pets or help fold some of our thank you letters that we get out. So anything like that, we have opportunities in the shelter, even outside of the shelter.
Yeah, even if you're not a dog or cat person, they can
come on
use,
in.
Like you said, the office
in
work.
the office work.
And
definitely need it.
Kids get volunteer hours.
Yes,
too,
kids
right?
get volunteer hours. They have to be 18 or older, but yes, you can get that or be accompanied with a parent.
Okay. So. Well, if you'd like more information about all the volunteering, they always use Foster's, their Amazon wish list, everything else, and of course, can't forget about the little cuties up for adoption there. 4804 Fredericksburg Road, 226-7461. Thank you, dear.
Thank you.
And again, her name is Paris.
I know, so adorable. Time now is 5:48. I saw flashing lights at I-35 at Rittiman.
Yes, this is a crash that I've been mentioning throughout the morning. Now, this is just a different shot from our friends over at TransGuide. It actually is the scene where it's taking place, according to TxDOT. They've actually updated that location. Earlier, we mentioned that it was at Eisenhower Road. And as you can see there, it's actually, the shot is also, you can see the conditions out there at 35 at Rittiman. So that's where we've updated it on our map. And right now, we do know that traffic is backed up to Eisenhower Road. So if you are heading southbound along I-35, be on the lookout for those flashing lights. Again, it's tough to see if there are paramedics out there, and we are hoping for no injuries, but this is definitely causing an issue for that morning commute. Quick reminder here, I'm going to mention this throughout the morning, so just be on the lookout if your travels take you right here at New Sulphur Springs Road near Jasper Hollow. This is the area where we had a sinkhole that formed due to a storm pipe that collapsed overnight. So I'm going to keep a close eye on it, but right now just avoid the area. If you have to travel through there are detours in place. Wide look at the map really doesn't show a whole lot else that's going on this morning. Thankfully, it's pretty quiet aside from these two incidents. But be on the lookout. We do have some road work planned. As I mentioned throughout the week, State Highway 16, or otherwise known as Bandera Road, we have the curb and sidewalk construction that will pick up later this morning around 9. This should finish at 3 in the afternoon, but we still have today and tomorrow to go. To Friday, August 11th is when that work should wrap up. Alternating lane closures in both directions from Loop 1604 to Circle A is what drivers can expect out there. But right now you can expect to see some delays at 35 southbound at Rittiman. Not a good situation, especially as we're getting closer to 6 a.m. Let's hope for a smooth commute for a lot of those folks, especially with a lot more of those school buses that will be out there as well.
More today. Thank you, Stephen.
That's right. And then speaking of school, I mean, kids, if they have to walk home.
Yeah.
It might be a little bit of a struggle.
Yes, and lots and lots of water from even those kids that aren't in football, in band, in all the activities outside. So you just really got to take it easy in this heat because, just the actual air temperatures are up there 105 and higher than that. This is something nice to do.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, great. I think that dog is actually smiling.
I would be too.
Yeah, I was going to say. Yeah. Yes, it is a dog's life. Thank you very much for the KSAT Connect picture. Kind of jealous of that picture, though, but he's loving it. Thank you. All right, we've got a lot of clear skies right now. Beautiful moon viewing, and for coming up next half hour, we're going to talk about a celestial event coming up, the annual Perseid meteor shower. All right, we go back the past basically 2 years, the last 22 months, and this is not a good picture as far as rain. We were doing pretty good this spring. Of course, remember at one point this spring, we had more rain than what we had all of last year. But overall, we have only had since October of 21, 2 months where we've had above normal rainfall around here. And there's not a drop of rain in sight, unfortunately. 85 is what it feels like out there right now. Castroville, Stinson, and New Braunfels, Canyon Lake. 88 is the heat index in Gonzales. We will warm up through the 80s this morning. We'll have morning clouds that are going to be developing, 92 at noon, and then all of a sudden when the humidity drops off and then temperatures just shoot up in the afternoon, we're going to make it up to 106 today. Another just brutally hot day, and the reason for it, again, that high, which is pretty much right on top of us. We've got the early signs of fall up there to the north, those waves that are coming through, those little fronts that move on through there, but these things aren't strong enough. We're hoping for that big trough to develop by the first of next week, but it's really not enough to just shove that thing out of here, so that high is just going to be staying in place even going into next week, even though we have that big trough there up around the Great Lakes, which, yeah, I mean, that high is just, like I said, so strong. It can't be just nudged even at all. I mean, we'll drop down a couple of degrees going into next week, but we still are going to be well above normal. And even beyond that, some of the longer range indications are we stay definitely above normal going through, dare I say, even the last half of the month of August.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
That's really tough.
Yeah.
All right, thanks, Michael. Just keep our fingers crossed.
553, 79 degrees.
Let's look at your winning lotto numbers. We have pick 3, 5, 3, 9, Fireball 7. Your daily 4, 0, 2, 5, 1, Fireball 5.
Your cash drive numbers 6, 12, 18, 24, 25. Lotto Texas 6, 15, 31, 35, 36, 38. And Powerball, the last drawing, 10, 15, 21, 67, 69. Powerball 3, Power Play 2. The jackpot's up to 194. million.
Good morning. Coming up here on a Thursday on GMA, we're following the latest from Maui. The death toll is climbing at 36 people that have been killed in those devastating wildfires. Also, mass evacuations still happening for people who live there and for tourists. Our Gio Benitez was on vacation, but now we'll be covering those. Thankfully, he is okay. But also this morning, we've got exclusive new video of the moment a Las Vegas SWAT team descended on a home in connection to the unsolved murder of Tupac. New details about what they found and if it was connected to the 1996 crime. Plus, Carly Rae Jepsen is here live. Don't miss it all on GMA.
Now it's the time to get your tickets for this year's 2023 KSAT Pigskin Classic. One of the high school football's biggest events of the year is bigger than last year because we've added an extra night of football. The two-day event starts with one game on Friday, August 25th, then 3 games on Saturday, August 26th. Tickets are on sale now, and if you're a KSAT insider, you can get the VIP experience with the best seats in the house. Scan this QR code on your screen for more information, or just head on over to KSAT.com. Ahead in the next hour of Good Morning San Antonio, back to school has arrived for Bernie ISD, the new security that students can expect to see this morning. Plus, wildfires continue to burn across Texas. What we've learned about the fire you see here last night in the Austin area. And up next, a road on the southeast side closed just east of Jasper Hollow due to a sinkhole. Stephen Cavazos is back to tell us what caused it and how that could affect your drive to work or school this morning. And checking TransGuide 35 at Redmond, quite a few flashing lights out there. We'll talk to him coming up.